Oh, here we have a little marker rub. It's not a signpost rub. This is I'm just getting the velvet off my antlers rub. I gotta see if we can find a few more. As you can see, we're close to the creek bed here. Gotta keep looking for more sign. You can see here, this is an older tree that was rubbed, but it's healed over. It's rubbed before. When you start to find trees like this, and then trees with fresh rubs, then you know the deer have been using the same spot for a long time. Alright, there's our first solid sign. Got some droppings here. A few more there. Get a footprint right here. That's the point of the print. The deer was going that direction. I'll pan up a little bit here. You can see the trail right here. It's not real defined, but it's kind of subtle, but it goes this way and then up this way. It's pretty steep here. If you look down the bank that way, there's a creek at the bottom of the hill down here. And this is a good transition travel area. The deer move along this ridge here. It's got real heavy cover at either end of it. And then over the hill there's open, on the top of the hill there's open farm fields. We're definitely cruising through here. This is deer candy right here. Acorns. Deer love these. They're only good to hunt areas with these when they take all the farm crops down. A lot of times they're hitting cornfields and alfalfa fields and soybean fields because they're going to get a lot of food in one area, but come later in the season, the acorns and white oaks, good to hunt. If you see caps like this, where the acorn's been popped out of it, a lot of time that's a deer because they just pop the cap off and they eat the acorn, whereas the squirrels just chew them apart, so you can tell the difference. White oak's always good. Got another rub here. Not quite as fresh as the other one. This is a few days before anything's touched this. You can tell usually when they're fresh, they're really, really white. Also, I only ever tend to see rubs on trees that have smooth bark. They tend not to rub trees that have rough bark. Always the smooth bark. Let's see if we can find some more. Well, I think we'll be setting a trap in here. We got all sorts of droppings here. Against the edge of the tree right there. Some more here. Looks like a good place for a trap to me. Still on this little pathway here. We'll definitely be setting a trap here come trapping season. Seem to be using it quite regularly. Okay, found another rub. This one's pretty fresh. You can see if actually I get closer to it. You see the tine marks in it. And the weight, rubbed it right down to rubbed the bark right off it. You can still see the bark under the tree here. This is good. This is in a big pinch point. It's a gully between the two hills. Goes uphill that way, comes down into a saddle, and then it goes uphill that way. Up in here, it's real thick cover in there. You'd be crawling on your hands and knees. So a lot of times the deer bed in there and then come out at nighttime. Alright, let's see if we can find some more. Well, if that isn't a natural cubby set, I don't know what is. That's perfect. There's one small entry hole though on this side. Something's been digging in there though. The tree still looks pretty healthy. Definitely a good spot for a cubby. I would consider this an area where the deer would bed down. It's so thick in there. You're crawling on your hands and knees. It's like you can barely even see through it. But that's a good cover area. comes into a little bit of an opening here where there's not so much undergrowth, but it's real thick, especially if that's facing into the sun. The deer will definitely bed down there after feeding all night, rest in deep cover, nose into the wind, and sit in the heat and relax. You always got to try and find out where they're bedding. You know, don't push too far into where they're bedding. You don't want to push them out of there, but this is as far as I'm going to go. I'm not going to go traipsing through there. Also, even when you're out scouting, you know, watch your scent. Always be mindful of your scent. There's another hunter out looking for dinner. A professional hunter. He's going right into the sun. Soaring away. I'm getting nervous. Now I have two vultures circling me. Wow, there is a very definite deer trail. Got some footprints out here in the dirt. I mean, everything is going to use that trail. It's just, I mean, it's like a walkway. The smaller animals using it too. You can see coon, probably fox using it too. Another good place to set a trap. Here we go. More deer sign in among the horse chestnuts here. Definitely using this. It's loaded with them in here. This is what you're looking for, buck drop-ins right here. That's buck sign for sure. There's a couple of hen pheasants in here. I just seen them. See if they take off. There we go. Game Commission stocks these birds in here. They put a few in. There's a youth hunt coming up. They have a special youth season just for pheasant here for one day, and then the regular season opens up later on. But man, the foxes are hard on them in here. The foxes have a field day with them. It's good to see them though. Right here, right in the middle of the trail, fox drop-ins right on top of the big rock here. I just plowed this up. They must be going to plant something in here along this trail, but obviously the fox like this rock. Another good place to set a trap. Yeah, little chipmunks everywhere this time of year. Tough to spot. Noisy little suckers. And this might be the first time I've ever seen a pheasant roosted in a tree. There he is. Well, it seems today is the day for pheasants. You see the hen? You can just see her. There she is right there. There goes the